So Stefan Molyneaux made this very, very odd video, and the funniest part about it was where he called himself an intellectual. I laughed very hard. But this is pretty crazy shit, and it's really I've never seen anything this unhinged from somebody before. This is something that you'd see from Alex Jones. And when you watch this, tell me yes or no, and I'm pretty sure it's a yes. Is the line blurred between whether or not this is Alex Jones from InfoWars or if this is intellectual philosophy philosopher Stefan Molyneaux from Free Domain Radio? And this is very funny because I saw, just one of Kyle's segments about, I believe it was Rick Wiles. And it was because he was just going on a crazy rant and stuff like that. This is similar to that, and it's pretty fucking scary. Just check it out, and then we're going to talk about it.
You need to have relentless in-group preference. If you're fighting a war, you don't hand your ammo to the enemy. When you're fighting a war, you support the people next to you in the trench. When you fight the war, you make sure that your guns are aimed the right way. All metaphorically speaking, of course. So they line people up, and they blow the backs of their fucking heads off and put them in shallow graves by the millions. That's what they do. It's how they roll, or it's rather how your head rolls when they have the guillotine switch. So it kind of pisses me off. Maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm feeling a bit crabby tonight, which is fine. It's fine to be crabby. They line people up, and they blow the backs of their fucking heads off and put them in shallow graves by the millions. That's what they do. It's how they roll, or it's rather how your head rolls when they have the guillotine switch. So it kind of pisses me off. Maybe this is one of the reasons why I'm feeling a bit crabby tonight, which is fine. It's fine to be crabby.
All right, so there's a few things I have to say here. Now, would I be, really care that much if you had said, there's a culture war and there's the war between, left and right? No, I mean, there is. So it's like that would have been fine. But he takes it to a whole nother level when he starts talking about a few things. So one of them being slaughter, death, and all this type of shit, and also talking about totalitarianism. So if you think that liberalism and the left wing in the United States is totalitarian, you are very stupid, you are misguided, and you are extremely dumb, and that's just simply the way it is, right? I mean, part of liberalism is literally freedom, social freedoms, and things like that. The main area where they want government intervention is in the economy, and even then, it's not totalitarian. So that idea is already just way off the mark, and it's just cuckoo and fucking stupid. But when he talks about killing and slaughtering, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking? We're the ones who are trying to help the people who don't have healthcare. We want to give them healthcare. The people who are actually dying, we're trying to help them. We're saying we want to help you. And you're saying we're going to literally kill this dude. He literally he said slaughter. He said when your head falls off from the back or some shit. Like when they, like this isn't even hyperbole. This is literal just stupidity. And he sounds so serious. The dude looks like he spent like 100 years sitting at his computer just watching, like, oh my god, dude, the left. It's like, bro, the dude looks like he hasn't gone outside in a hot minute. But the point here being, and also I was going to mention, the right wing, the idea that the right wing is like, the anti-people of, people the left trying to kill you and the right is trying to, whatever, stop that or some shit. And they're trying to stop totalitarianism, even though they're the ones that passed the Patriot Act and all of this other shit. And they're the ones that did an Iraq war, that went into Iraq, who didn't attack us and didn't have WMDs. They fabricated that information, and 1 million civilians are dead, which something Stefan Molyneaux opposes. So, just the stupidity is just out of this fucking world, man, period. What is wrong with you, bruh?